What's up guys, IWrocker here, and today I'm talking about, as you saw from the title, kind of a shocking topic for me, and that is why the 2013 Dodge Ram 2500 Power Wagon might actually be the best version we have available. So let me explain. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this breakdown as simple as I can. So first of all, you'll see on the screen here and there, I'll throw in video of like a dealer video of them showing a 2013 Power Wagon for sale. And what you'll notice is that color scheme does look good in a darker color. So like the dark gray or the black, I think this version looks awesome. It's very understated, but you know it's a Power Wagon. It's just different enough. I know in a previous video ranking all the Power Wagons, I said I didn't particularly care for this version of the Power Wagon, the 2010 to 2013s. But maybe I'm gonna be changing my mind after more research. I'm kind of shocked after years about knowing Power Wagons, researching them, and covering them on my channel. I don't know how this kind of slipped through the cracks, but I didn't know that the 2012 and more so the 2013 Power Wagons were kind of unique, and they were really cool for multiple reasons. Kind of shocked that I never knew that, but I'm glad I do now. And real quick, I want to shout out a couple viewers that watch me and commented in my videos. So first of all, thank you. Paulo Abasamis, I hope I'm saying that correctly. If not, I apologize. I've seen him comment many times before, and he brought up a lot of interesting comments on recent videos about this truck in particular, and he's the one that kind of got me going on this topic. So I really appreciate that. Great info, great knowledge. And also along with him that kind of added to it, RT Molinari, you as well brought great info in the comments and really got my interest in what I didn't know was a very interesting truck. So, all right, on to the 2013 Power Wagon. So as you can see from the videos I'm showing on screen, it is a very handsome looking truck, especially in the dark colors. I don't care for it in the silver or white as much, but it's just says Power Wagon on the hood. It's got a cool red stripe, a little two-tone effect with the black at the bottom, and a pretty cool looking Power Wagon decal on the tailgate as well. The rims or wheels look very nice in my opinion. They look very, 8-lug heavy duty-ish, but they're still slightly, unique looking on the Power Wagon, so I like how they look. I believe stock back then, some of them used KO2s for the tires, but KO2s, dirt tracks, any of them would look good on there and perform good. So that's interesting to know. But more so, here's where it really gets interesting. When you're looking inside, this is the new Power Wagon, like the really new ones. I thought this interior came on my body style I owned, like the 2015. You can see the new touchscreen, the 8.4 touchscreen. The real premium materials and like the setup of where all the switches are, like your lockers and everything, the HVAC controls, the shifter, the TFT display with the gauges and all your little info screens that you can cycle through. This was on the 2013, which was quite long ago now, and it's just very kind of mind-blowing for me to see it. So you have a really new premium interior if you buy a 2013. You have a 5.7 liter Hemi, which that debate will go on forever. Some people like both, most people like both, I like both. But some people like the 6.4 better, some people like the 5.7 better. In reality, the 5.7 is the workhorse. It's the one that's most produced. It's very reliable, it's very powerful, and honestly I think it's, in the end, for just a broader spectrum of reasons, the 5.7 is kind of the better engine to have, just because it's more proven, it's easier to modify, and I'm sure in certain cases maybe cheaper to maintain than the 6.4 as well. And also noteworthy of a mention is this is the, like the second version for the Power Wagon's sake of the 5.7, so it was the more powerful version, which had around 395 horsepower and 410 foot-pounds of torque, which is just below what the 6.4 makes anyway. The big difference is the 2013 got the newer, again, like my truck had, the 66 RFE automatic transmission. So this was a 6-speed as opposed to the 545 that the old trucks had, like a 2011 or 2010 that looked the same. That was a 5-speed. Again, that was a decent trans, pretty reliable, but you have the advantage of the 6-speed with the tighter ratios. And the big one is you have all that horsepower, a 6-speed, you know, quicker transmission, and 456 gearing. That is the big one. This one had a 456 rear in it. As you know, 2014, my body style, and all the newer ones moved, unfortunately, to a 410. Don't get me wrong, the 410 is a strong rear end. It's just enough to, you know, still make it pull pretty good. It's quick for the weight of the truck, and you know, allows you to put some bigger tires on and not feel like you're ruining everything. But the 456s would definitely mop the floor with 410s. 456s are gonna feel really fast, really powerful, and allow you to put some big tires on and pull them like they're nothing. So 456s with the 6-speed and that much horsepower from the you know, updated 5.7, that is a killer drivetrain. Not to mention the suspension. Again, this is still like a new old truck, if that makes sense. You have the newer interior, you have the crazy power and the newer trans and the better, you know, gear ratio, but you also have the older suspension, which I think is a plus. You have leaf springs in the rear, and it's just a more conventional setup. You have the coilover suspension in front. This suspension performed very well for Power Wagon things like in Moab or off-roading. Very flexible, very strong, very capable, and it's easier to modify. There's more modification options, more lift kits, they're cheaper, and B, it's more simple and conventional, and C, it also, these trucks provide better towing and payload than the 2014 or newer. Again, my truck, and it's gone down by year, my truck still was better on those ratings than like a 2019, but all these new ones have kind of, you know, below average ratings for towing and payload, if that's your thing. And these older trucks would have had significantly better ratings for that. Still wasn't their main focus, but you could haul probably a little better with the leaf springs in the back. Just a lot of crazy things about this 2013. Was a weird year because, you know, they made all these changes but kept some of the old stuff, and it's just like a mismatch of all these parts kind of fusing like a transition truck from the old ones to the new ones. Also, the transfer case, going back to the drivetrain, was updated. So you have the very strong Borg Warner 4477 is the model of the transfer case, as opposed to the older NV271. So yeah, I mean, what do you guys think of these trucks? I can't believe after all my years in the Power Wagon world, I didn't really piece this together and realize or notice that the 2013s were kind of a unicorn as well, because of all these unique mishmash of parts. You have like the more premium parts where you want them, and like the more simple, tough parts where you want those. Just a cool fusion. 2013 or maybe even 2012s, definitely look them up. And if you're in the market for a Power Wagon and you want to keep it cheaper and get a used one, I don't know about you, but I would be looking at these because I definitely know I am, and I'm gonna see how many are out there. So hope you found this enjoyable and informational. I know I did. I'm always learning about Power Wagons. It's crazy. They're such a cool truck, and you can always learn more. And I hope you guys learned something too. Hit the like button if you did and you enjoyed it, and definitely subscribe because I'm gonna be posting every day, and I mean it. I've been keeping up on it, and I will. So subscribe. Lots of cool truck videos coming, news, information, and reactions. And appreciate you watching. Like always, I'll catch you later.
the